Have you ever placed labels on situations and experiences that you've had in life? We tend to label things as good, bad, right, wrong, positive, negative, all based on experiences that we've had in the past. And also based on our conditioning, programming from culture, tradition, societal norms. We tend to use labels to describe things. We tend to use labels to describe people. And sometimes we don't realize that the labels that we're placing on things or people or situations and circumstances are all part of our own perspective. That limited vision, that tunnel vision that we see through. Reality is that there are multiple perspectives in life if we choose to allow ourselves to embrace other perspectives, learn from them, learn from our experiences, and stop playing the victim by using labels. I've been there myself in the past when I used to use labels. I still struggle with it sometimes. And the more I gain the conscious awareness, the more I call myself to order, to evaluate and analyze everything before I put a label on it. Reality is that if you don't gain a conscious awareness, you will keep putting label on people, on things, on situations, on circumstances, and never turn those situations or circumstances into stepping stones to your greatness. Greatness is what we were all born with and as, and we are all children of light and of love. But if we continue to label, then we continue to say, this box that we're creating with this label is all we can see within. We cannot see what is on the external. We cannot see what will allow us to gain a different perspective. We're not able to gain new knowledge, and we're not able to eliminate the biases that we create from the labels, but we become more conditioned by the label. And that keeps us in the victim mindset than actually looking at the reality of life that may be, and also learning from other perspectives that we gain awareness about. So today, my challenge to you is, before you label something good or bad, there is also something in between the good and bad that you can learn from. So before you label something wrong or right, figure out what is in between the wrong or right that you can learn from. Before you label something as negative or positive, remember the battery needs both the negative and the positive to function. So take a look at where you are. Sit and journal, evaluate what you're labeling. What are you learning? If it's people you're labeling, what are you learning from the people about yourself? What are you learning about the people? What knowledge or lessons are you gaining from such experiences? How are you applying those lessons and implementing them into your life so that you can better evaluate people that you come across? Because if you keep judging people by putting labels on them, it's a projection of where you are with yourself and what you are experiencing internally. Labels are not meant to be used to place on people or situations and circumstances. We use label to identify objects that we're looking for so that we know where we place them. If you're putting tea in a jar, you label that jar so you know it's clear what is in the jar. If you put label on people based on just an area of life that you have an experience with them on, you will never know all the other areas of life that they hold or they have, and see how you can tap into that and build a healthy relationship with them. The same thing applies to you. If you put a label on one area of your life and call yourself this label, you will never be able to tap into other areas of your life. So my challenge to you today is, before you use any label, going forward, take a pause, journal down what that label is, give it a name, evaluate it. What are you learning from that situation or environment? What awareness are you gaining about yourself? What awareness are you gaining about the other people? How can you see from different perspectives and apply the wisdom the knowledge that you're gaining to implement the wisdom that is being granted to you so that you can evolve and see things from a different perspective? There is no limit in life. The only limit we place on ourselves is the one that we create in our thoughts. And reality is that thoughts are not facts. You have to check your thought. Where is it coming from? Is it based on a previous experience? Is it a thought that is bringing you a conscious awakening to something new that you need to learn? The more you do this, the more you improve your life, the more you evolve, and the more you gain more insight about yourself, and the more you discover who you truly were created to be and become, and the less you utilize labels to judge people and to project whatever is going on with you on other people. Always remember, you have the power to change your narrative. You have the power to change your life. You have the power over your tongue. Your tongue doesn't have the power over you. You also have the power to tame your emotions and your thoughts without allowing your emotions and thoughts to tame you. Always remember, you are the CEO of your life. What you choose to allow will continue. What you choose to accept will continue. But if you choose to evaluate and make sure that you're gaining awareness, you will evolve in life's journey. Always remember this quote of mine from On Becoming Restored. Whatever you feed your life leads your life. Whatever you feed your mind leads your life. And if you're feeding your mind wrongly with thoughts that are not facts, then you may be self-sabotaging and putting yourself in a place where you don't belong, limiting yourself from evolving, limiting yourself from growing, limiting yourself from becoming the best version of you created, and fulfilling your purpose in life while you're still breathing and living. Remember, the only one who can stop you is you.